How's it going, everyone? So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install this 2003 to 2006 Ford Expedition center console in an OBS truck. This is my truck over here. This will work in any F-150 and Bronco from 92 through 96 and 92 through 97 F-250s and 350s. Let's get into it. So as you can see, before I get started, I just wanted to remove my passenger seat, make it just a little bit easier. I could probably move my driver's seat as well, give me a little bit more clearance, but if I need to, I'll get that thing out of the way, but for now the passenger seat will do. So I had already removed my own center console, but the original center console is going to have these type of bolts. They are 10 millimeter sockets. To get rid of these, you're going to have 3 of them, 2 in the front, 1 in the back. So the next step is you're going to want to do some trimming. I had already trimmed this piece out from the front. So this goes in the front. It's just original mounting piece that they had in the original truck. This is going to get in the way, seeing how I want this thing as close as possible to the dash. I had already cut this. I could use some sanding just to make it smooth, but it will be covered up so no one will really see it. So just to make this a little bit easier to move around in the truck, I will be taking out a few parts out of the console. So the first thing we can do is take out this back AC unit. Just have some clips. Just pull it out. Just run my fingers through. It's gonna have 4 clips, so we want to be careful not to break it. Side. You're gonna want to open this lid, and there's gonna be 2 clips here, and I believe 2 clips here, and I think 2 more over here. All you're gonna want to do is just put your finger here and just pry it up. It'll be a little hard. There you go. Just put that to the side. On this, it's going to have some screws in the bottom. There's going to be 1 here, 1 there, and I believe 2 more here. Just remove those, and then just kind of separate the sides in order to see that it's going to start to come out. And just pick it up. Just gonna slide it out. Cool. Now, as you might have seen, I do have quite a few cables just spilling out everywhere. It's quite messy, but I had run the cables previously before getting this console because I had other ideas of running switches and lights and all that, but I just disconnected everything from my previous center console, and I'm going to be hooking it up into this one. So once you have it inside the truck, just push it up to the dash as far as you can. I will have to keep this in mind. My truck is a 4x4, so I don't know if I have to bend that. I don't think I do. I think I just have enough room to clear it. But if anything, I will bend it just slightly to keep it from rubbing. But I can already tell from the front that I will have to trim just a little bit right here, right along the edge. And I will have to trim possibly down here. That way it's not rubbing up against this area and picking up the center console. So from the top, I can see that it's not even hitting the dash yet, but I can see that it is rubbing down there, so deep in there. So I'll have to see, try to slowly sketch this out, that way I don't overcut, but that isn't even scooting up all the way yet. So let's start with cutting that, and let's see how far we get. So I just slid out the dash. You can see that this part isn't hitting yet, so I'll start cutting down there. Just draw a rough line of where to cut. So my plan is to cut right along this line I made right here. I just got a regular handsaw, just gonna cut it. Well guys, a little change of plans. The saw was a little bit hard to cut with. You can kind of see right there, I wasn't really able to angle it well. You know, the saw kept getting cut, and this thing would just move, seeing how nothing's grabbing it. So, new plan is, I have this angle grinder. It's got a sanding pad on it. Just gonna kind of sand it out. That'll give me a little bit more of a smoother finish. Well, the driver's side looks fine. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe I can probably get a little bit closer. But down here is where I think I should cut next. You can kind of see that this little point right here is just pushing up against the carpet, and that's picking up the center console just a little bit. So I'll probably sand that out. Alright guys, I think I got it in the right spot. I think it's close enough. I might put something here up along this, just that way you don't really see a crack. But for now, I think that's good enough. I'm in the process of painting my interior black, so this will have to be black. You know, you can kind of see I'm not even finished with the dash yet, but I got parts of the dash black already. You can kind of see this is how this is going to look. Again, I'll put something there just to cover it. Next step would be to just mount this thing up. So, well guys, I made my mounting bracket for the center console. This is an original bracket that was on the original Expedition, but I basically took the original bracket, I bent these down like that. I bent this flat piece, it's supposed to be coming up this way. It's a little bit of a tight space. It's supposed to be coming up this way. I bent that down. So it kind of goes flat, it goes up at a 45 and then flat again. And that's just so that way I can reach where I was going to place the original bolts. Unfortunately, I won't be using this hole, but I don't think it needs it really. The console won't be moving that much and I won't be putting too much weight on it. So when you place your console in, the two holes should line up directly with these cutout slots that are already here. And this is where the armrest area is going to be. So I got these, I believe these are 3/8 bolts. Not sure how long they are. I just found them in a box I had. You don't need it too long, but this is all I had, so it should do. Just gonna put the bolt through there. Gonna have a nut with a nylon lock on it. That way I know this thing is never gonna fall out. And I got some pretty big washers. I believe these are called fender washers. So you can find it at any hardware store. Just put it in like that. Slide these in on the bottom, and this thing isn't going anywhere. Well guys, the last step is just to clip all the parts back together. everything should fit fine. I don't think there's any sanding or any other modifications that need to be done in order for this thing to clip all back together. As you can see, I still can use my original armrest that came with the truck. I believe if you have the 40-20-40 seats, you don't have this, so it wouldn't even make a difference to you. But yeah, everything seems to still fit fine. The 4x4 works great. There's 4 high. There's 4 low. And as you can see, it's not even touching. It's just a small gap. I most likely will end up taking this knob out, just pulling it off and possibly making a lever here. Something that I can just, you know, tuck in when I don't need it, and then just swing out, and, you know, there I have more leverage. Because it is kind of a tight spot, so it does make it a little bit more difficult to move that lever. But I don't think any bending will be necessary. Other than that, I will be modifying this, adding little personal touches to the center console. I did take out this plate here. This is a piece of cardboard. It used to be all black with a cigarette lighter here. I did bolt that out, and I did put this cardboard to make a template. I'm planning to put all my switches here. That's what all these cables are for. So I am planning to put all these switches here. I got my lights, my train horn, my compressor and all that. So other than that, I might change out possibly this for, instead of just being a regular 12-volt cigarette lighter, I might just take this out and put in one of those USB direct plugins.